There he goes. I love a good Irish goodbye. I've lost a lot of friends over the Irish goodbye, but I'll stick to it. I feel like one of these days I'm just gonna Irish goodbye from life. If you know what I mean. You know? Because I feel like it's better to just go like missing than be pronounced dead. You know what I mean? Because then there's like some mystery. You know, they're like, where did Logan go? You know, is death even real? I don't know. But I'll tell you what's real, what's definitely real, is this next guy's comedy. This is another person who produces shows out here. He started this whole thing out at the library. Welcome to the stage, Robby Cook, everyone.
Thank you, Logan. What's going on, everybody? Look, yeah, we're having a good time. Shit, we got just a few people here. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming.
Good to be back.
Yeah. Where are you from?
Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas. Have you been back to Austin recently? Go visit your family or anything? No? Man, my dad was an evangelist, so I spent like the first 15 years of my life on tour buses traveling around America. So I get really jealous when people say I'm going to go back to where I grew up. So if I want to go back to where I grew up, I'm going to buy a Greyhound bus ticket and drive around for 2 weeks. Yeah. I lost my virginity over there, and I met that bitch over there. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, good times. So yeah, I mentioned my dad was a pastor. He was an evangelist for the first 15 years of my life, and then he became a pastor of a church for 30 years. And so I thought that I would start a raunchy comedy show in his honor. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. It was pretty crazy when you're a pastor's kid, right? You know, you've always got the best drugs. But yeah, I've been a stoner my entire life. Yeah, you're a stoner too? Yeah, fuck yeah. My entire life. I mean, I believe that a puff of smoke came out of my mom's vagina just before I walked out. Oh yeah. And I'm from a large family. I'm one of 15 kids. 15 kids. I was the biggest out of all 15 too. I was like 10 pounds, 11 ounces. Yeah, my mom said after I walked out, I went home and fucking mowed the lawn, and then she gave me a steak. I was like, hey, get dressed, bitch. Mom, me and Dad will beat you in the car. Yeah. Fucking A. Yeah, and I think Mom only wanted 8 kids because the first 8 of us all have fucking unisex names. I'm the 8th of 15. So all of us have unisex names. My name at birth was Robin. I have brothers named Kelly, Shannon, and Tracy. Sisters named Tommy, Johnny, Bobby, and Ronnie. Yeah, fucking crazy. And then 10 months after I was born, I have a brother named Nine. Yeah, N-Y-N-E, 9. He was the 9th born. Mom didn't know she was going to have another one. And then all the other kids after that all have fucking normal names. Yeah, I have Joe, Holly, Danny, Zachary, Desiree, and fucking Jesse. Why do you get fucking normal names? And none of them are normal. Why the fuck they got normal names? Fuck, man. And people always ask me, 15 kids. Goddamn, 15 kids. Are they all from the same mom and dad? Well, I know we're all from the same mom. You know, my dad was an evangelist. He liked to get into people's hearts and souls. I guess if he knew how to do it any other way than missionary style, Mom would have had to get exotic, right? I guess that would explain my sister, fucking LaQuisha, my brother Jose, and damn. But it was crazy because, like I said, I've been a stoner my entire life. I was the one kid that was smoking behind the church bus, you know? Smoking in the fucking confessional and shit. I always thought it would be funny, though, if I could get my dad stoned before he preached the sermon. I thought that would be great, you know, get stoned and forget, you know, what book of the Bible fucking, you know, Ruth was in. I'll give you a clue, Dad. It's Ruth. You know, so I couldn't fucking figure out how to get him high though without him smelling it, you know? So I just dumped the whole bag of cocaine in his coffee.
Oh shit.
Dude, that was the fastest sermon he ever preached. Hell yeah. After the sermon, he came up to me too. He's like, son, that was a really good cup of coffee. You think I can get another cup? My dad, it'll cost you $20. God damn. So yeah, people nowadays have fucking emotional support pets, emotional support animals. Yeah, fucking. I saw this guy on the fucking Greyhound bus with a fucking porcupine. He's been watching it fucking throw its quills at other people. It gives him peace and emotional. It helps him emotionally. Yeah, that's why I carry an emotional support pipe. You know, because when I get a little anxious or worried or upset or something, a couple puffs off of that takes it right away. And it was great on the Greyhound bus because there were young children that were loud and cranky old people. So when I pulled it out and smoked it on the bus, everybody got the benefits of my emotional support pipe. Yeah, old people went to sleep. The kids fucking chilled out. It was nice. God damn. So I have an ugly sister. Yeah. She was really excited when she turned 14. Mom bought her a rape whistle. Yeah, it was a thing, and she was really pissed off when it didn't work.
Holy shit.
Standing out front blowing that thing for hours and nobody showed up to fucking rape her. Now you figured it out, right? You're thinking a rape whistle is something you blow for help when you're getting raped. No, she was hoping it would bring somebody to fuck her ugly ass. So I've been sporting these new clothes lately. You know, these new shirts. The compliments of my mom. Yeah, it's like now that my dad's passed away. I mean, just think about it. My dad was a pastor of a church. He really couldn't, support having a gay son, right? So after she passed away, my mom was like, oh, the daughter I never had. Let me buy him some beautiful shirts. I mean, I got some really loud ones that mom bought me. They're really bright. And, she swears that she bought them on fucking Amazon.com. But I swear that she went to fucking really gay-ass shirts.com. Fucking loud shirts. But it's okay, it's cool because I came out in October. Yeah, it's been almost, so I had an anniversary too. So it's a 6-month anniversary of being with a girlfriend. I'm celebrating like an 8-month anniversary of not being with a wife. That's pretty awesome. Hell yeah. Yeah, she was like, she left me after she cheated on me, but yet she still wanted to keep tabs on me too. Like, who am I with and what am I doing? You ever get an ex that does that? Like, they don't want nothing to do with you, but they want to know what you're doing and who you're doing it with. Oh yeah. Yeah, she sent me a text message and she was like, I heard you had a profile on Tinder. Well, she cut me further from the truth because I'm on Grindr. Yeah, she sent me another text message, and she was just like, I really hope you enjoy the new white chick that you're with. Yeah. And then I had to explain to her, none of the guys I do are white. Yeah, that's why on my birthday when Rory went out with me, he went home disappointed. Yeah, I don't fuck white dudes. But it was okay because it answered that question that a lot of people had. That a lot of people thought that Rory might have been homophobic. But I'm here to tell you he's not homophobic because I gave him a hand job on the way home. And he did not complain. See, he thanks me all the time for it. My hands are soft. Oh yeah. God damn, fucking Rory Beard. I mean, I'm gonna miss Rory and Jason. Jason already dipped out, but Rory and Jason and Brooke are leaving the production team, and it's just gonna be me and Logan and James, and we're gonna fucking rock that motherfucker. We're gonna make it nice. Oh yeah. So yeah, my dad was a pastor. So some of the benefits I got of being a pastor's kid were, I know the Bible better than anybody else. And I treat it like a book, like a fictional book, There's some good stories in here. Some really good stories. You know, like in the book of Kings, there's a really trippy story about this guy named Balaam. Now, Balaam was asked to go fucking put a spell. He did spells. And these idol worshippers that were worshiping this one fake god wanted him to go cast a spell on these other idol worshippers that were worshiping another fake god. As fucking Balaam's going to this fucking village, he's getting signs all over the place. Like a snake comes out, and or a stick turns into a snake. He's like, well, I'm just hallucinating, you know? But then when the fucking donkey turned around and talked to him, he kind of fucking figured that, oh, you know what? God's around. Yeah, so before I became a street comedian, which I call this now secular street comedian, I was a Christian comedian. Toured around, did Christian comedy in churches for a lot of years. And what made me quit that was that funny? Were the jokes funny, or were the people just laughing because they're in church and it's the right thing to do? You know? Because then when I think back at it, I'm like, those are some pretty corny jokes, you know? Like, you know, God used to have a Plymouth. They used to have a Plymouth Fury. Yeah, because in the Bible, in the book of Genesis, it says that God drove Adam and Eve out of the Garden of Eden in a fury. But now God has a Honda. Yeah. Because the book of Revelation says that he's going to take us all to heaven in one accord. Yeah. That's what it says in the Bible. It's crazy because even when I was young, I was like 11 years old, and I was like, they had this competition in churches all around America called swords drills. And what a swords drill is you hold your Bible in your hand closed like this, and they'll call out a scripture. And the first person to find it in the book of 56 books in the Old Testament and 35 in the New Testament, to know where they are is kind of pretty cool. Well, I was like the winner all the time. As a matter of fact, I knew every verse before I even got there and read it. Because what the rule is, they call out the verse, and the first one that finds it starts reading it as soon as they get there. But because I already knew them, I would start citing it before I got there. And so I'm really good at like license plates. You ever read license plates and try to decipher some of them? Have you ever seen the ones that have the scripture verse on them? Like Matt 6:12, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. You know, I've seen like John 3:16, for God so loved the world, they gave his only begotten Son. Yeah. One day I was with somebody and we're driving down the street here, coming down Arlington, and we're coming up on the light and it was yellow, and just as it turned red, this little white car sped right past us. And I swear to you, the license plate said 1THE 517, which would be 1 Thessalonians 5:17. I happen to know what that says. If you don't believe me, go home and look it up, Google it. It says, this car sped past me and read the red light. It ran the red light as it sped past me. And I was like, wow. And then I saw the license plate and started laughing because the 1 Thessalonians 5:17 says, pray without stopping. Pray without stopping. And they didn't stop. They were so cocky in their translation of the Bible that they were like, you know, God's got my back. I can run this red light and nobody's going to stop around me. It's some fucking crazy thinking now. You know, one of the reasons why I left the church and I quit being a pastor was because a lot of organized religion churches like Baptists, and by the way, Baptists, so Presbyterians believe that heaven is separated by denomination. So the Catholics are over here, the Presbyterians over here, the Baptists. So be very, very quiet as you tiptoe past the Baptists, because they think they're the only ones there. Yeah. My dad was a Baptist pastor, And we didn't agree on the same thing. You know, I don't understand why churches can say that God thinks that homosexuality is an abomination. An abomination? I mean, has he looked at his son? Long hair, wears a dress and sandals, hangs around 12 other guys? And every group of homosexuals has that fag hag, right? Here comes Mary Magdalene. How are you? How you doing? It was crazy though because this was 1983. It was a different time for homosexuals in 2023. You know, nobody gives a shit anymore, which is awesome. But when I was like 13 years old, I tried to come out to my parents. I told them I was gay. Well, they sent me to gay camp. You know what gay camp is? There's like 200 youth kids, 13, 14-year-olds that think they're gay, and like 4 counselors. Yeah, they spent all day trying to pray the gay out of us, and we've spent all night putting it right back into each other. Yeah, that camp was all summer. From the day after I got out of school for the summer until the day or the Friday before we went back to school in the fall. Shit. I was still gay when I came home. My parents sent me to an all-boys Catholic boarding school. You know the only difference between gay camp and an all-boys Catholic boarding school is? The all-boys Catholic boarding school comes with instructors. I never called him Daddy, though. I call him Father Joseph and Father Andrew. Oh, my God. So, my dad wasn't going to be able to get behind me and support me as being gay. So, I married a black woman. Which is great because it's kind of a double whammy on my dad, right? You know? Because the church couldn't stand behind him with having a son that was homosexual. You know, they would have been like, oh, you can't let him do that. The Bible says that it's an abomination. But if he would have said, well, I'm not going to let him marry a black woman, they would have been all over his shit. Like, that's racist. You can't do that. Well, fuck them faggots, right? Shit, Dad. Wow, man. He was just jealous because I had bigger feet than him. You know what they say about men with big feet, right?
They wear big shoes.
We wear big shoes. Yeah. And bigger foot cracks. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, life was pretty cool, though. I mean, we had some fun over the years. At the end, during COVID, you know, it was crazy because I was working for this company that would give me post-dated checks. And I got paid every week, every Tuesday. Well, payday was Friday, but I got my check on Tuesday, but it was dated for Friday, every week. So I really couldn't cash it and have it until Friday, but I got it Tuesday. So $5, I'm going to find somebody who'll cash it, right? Yeah, well, during COVID, all the banks were closed, just the drive-thru was working. So you go through the drive-thru, and they got that little tube that goes through the vacuum, you know, right? So, I'd go through there and I'd put my check in there, my ID, send it over there. If there was a female worker, if there was a woman working, not a problem, Mr. Cook. How would you like your money? 100s, 25s? I'd tell him to send it to me. But every time I pulled up and there was a dude behind that glass, and he got my check, sorry, sir, you're going to have to come back on Friday. We don't cash post-dated checks. It was my anniversary. I don't want to take my wife out. I'm trying to cash my check. I pull up, I see dudes, and I'm like, shit. I text her, and I was just like, yeah, we're not getting any money tonight because there's dudes behind the glass, and I got to cash my check. She's like, do what I do, show me your tits. So I grabbed my phone and stuck it in a little tube and sent it to him. So hers. You know, cash the check. Decided to go to Susie's. You ever heard of Susie's? A little boutique. It was a sex shop there on second and Kitschke. It's closed down now. It's over here now. I'll tell you the location. But we figured we'd go in there and get a toy or something, right? And spice shit up in the bedroom. Hell yeah. Fuck, she even named them. No, so we went in there to get a toy or a video or something to spice it up. I kept seeing the same words on every package in that store. I mean, everything that had a manhood, right? It said, great for pegging. I didn't know what pegging was. I'm a 50-something-year-old man. Pegging? What the hell is pegging? So I asked the lady. She said, well, that's where she gets to strap it on and turn me around. I mean, could they come up with a better word than great for pegging? Like, you know, maybe great for butt fucking? Great for getting even with him after he accidentally slipped it in? Because, I mean, pegging just sounds like a fucking craft that grandma would do, right? And you call grandma up on a Sunday afternoon, you're like, hey grandma, what are you doing? Oh, me and grandpa are just sitting on the couch pegging. We're pegging a sweater for Christmas. Peg. Oh my God. It makes me think that, you know, we ended up buying a toy and she ended up loving that toy, right? And I mean, I taught her cheating on me with that toy several times. It makes me wonder, I mean, because, I mean, once I turned 50, sex just kind of like stopped. Didn't have it no more. But I got a daughter. Makes me wonder, you know, could that be her daddy? I mean, you know, it's blue, her hair is blue. It only comes out for like 20 minutes at a time. She goes out of her room for like long enough to make a sandwich and go back to her room. I wonder. God damn. I never had to wonder if my fucking daddy was a fucking vibrator. Oh my God. That's an interesting thought. Like, he didn't pay child support either. Shit. Oh my God. So you said I was at 20? Yes. You guys want some more comedy or you want me to call it quits? So I was only going to do a minute longer than the feature and I just shot it over. You want some more comedy or you good? You want to hear a little bit more? More! Alright, so I have grandkids. Anybody else got grandkids? Yeah, hoorah for grandkids. And I got twin granddaughters. Which was interesting because when they're growing up, you know, everybody asked, are they twins? Yes. Are they identical? Bitch, why'd you ask in the first place? What the fuck? And we took them to Disneyland when they were like 3 years old. Pretty little girls, right? Took them to Disneyland. You know, Disneyland, there's like 40,000 people in there at one time. And every one of them gonna ask you, are they twins? All fucking day long. So my ex-wife and I came up with a little list of answers to give them. Like, are they twins? No, it was buy one, get one free at the hospital. Are they twins? No, we cloned one for spare parts. Are they twins? No, she carries around a mirror. One time we all went out to dinner. And it was me and my daughter, my wife, and the twins. And we're all walking up to the restaurant to go eat. And this older couple comes out of the restaurant, and they're like, oh, are they twins? I was like, no, they're triplets. Where's Brian? Where the fuck is Brian? Fuck, I had everybody looking for Brian on that parking lot for like 20 minutes, bro. And a lady got pissed off that she was looking for an imaginary kid. She wasn't meant that she was looking for an imaginary kid. She just said, that's not a very funny joke. You know, he could have got hit by a car. Yeah, he could have got hit by a car. An imaginary fucking kid, right? God damn. So when you see bumper stickers around town and t-shirts that just say, where's Brian? Think of me, because you know that was me, right? Where the fuck's Brian? Hell yeah. Hey, you know what's fucking crazy though is now I'm teaching my youngest daughter how to drive. She's 16. Yeah. It's a lot different than when I taught my oldest daughter how to drive. You know, the mother of the twins? Yeah. I knew she was a comedian when she was like 4 though, because you know how people say, I'm gonna go take a shit? One of the comics tonight was talking about taking a shit. Jason. Yeah, when my daughter was like 4, she would say, hey, I'm gonna go down the hall and leave something for y'all to take later. Just taking a shit was just not in her fucking, not in her bag of collectibles. Yeah. And you know, I'm glad that she teach my daughter how to drive, because that one, the mother of the twins, the way I taught her how to drive was, I was a shit-faced drunk and I already drank like a case of beer, and I felt like I needed more. So I'd wake her 14-year-old ass up out of bed and tell her to drive me to the store, buy more beer. And don't get pulled over and don't get in an accident, because we'll both be in trouble. Oh yeah, she still drives like there's fucking nobody else on the road but her. Like the cops are in hot pursuit and shit looking for us. Yeah. I mean, could you imagine though if she was a fucking knockout, blackout drunk like I was? She'd get shit-faced drunk and have to wake the fucking twins up out of bed, and they're only 6. She'd say, hey, you guys gotta drive me to the store to get more beer. So the 4 twins, yeah, they would be taxi with the steering wheel and the gas pedal, right? Yeah, one was standing up on top of the other one's shoulders, steering, the other one's down the gas pedal, great. But there's only one problem. My daughter has a standard transmission car. So the twins would be looking at that like, fuck, where's Brian? We need him to run the shifters. Alright guys, I'm Robby Cook. Thank you guys for the extra time. We love you guys. I want to say goodbye to 3 of our members that are leaving our team. Jason already left. Rory, thank you for being part of our team as long as you've been with us. We love you, man. We loved having the bingo. You know, bless you. I understand your vendors and you're leaving. Jason, you know, he fucking left, so he said his goodbye. Yeah, that's how he felt about us. And Brooke, we thank you for being part of our production team and making a lot of posters for all of us. And she's been a sweet part of the team. And she's going to move on to her married thing. And so you're going to be left with myself, James Combs, and Logan. Logan will still run our dark shows. And James will still run our new high show, our stoner show. And I'm still going to run a showcase. But my theme was I wanted to have an LGBTQ plus show. But none of the 7 in town are comedians. So I'm going to try to do once a month an LGBT, or once every 2 months I'll try to do one or something, but we'll figure something out. But you guys give it up for the newest member of our team, Logan Lowe, who hosted his very first show tonight. First time ever hosting. He did a great job. Next week will be his debut of his show. Which, do you have a title for your show yet? Do you have a title for your show?
It's called The Darkest Hour. I'm sure most of you will already be there, but thanks guys for being here.
Thank you.